Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about the intertwine command in Adobe Illustrator. This is a fairly new command and I really love it, and I think you will too. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to use it, and then I'm going to let you spend some time making your own intertwined logo. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the Olympic rings, and I'm going to show you this one for today, and then you can use this same skill in order to work on all of the other exercises here on the workshop. What we're going to do is we're going to start by selecting everything we want to intertwine. We can do 2 items, we can do all 5, you can do as many items as you want to do, which is a really neat thing about this particular tool. So for today's tool, you're going to see I've actually drawn what it looks like so that you are familiar with it. We're going to go to the object menu, and then we're going to go to intertwine. I'm going to show you how to use it, and then I'm going to talk about releasing it and editing your intertwine. So first we're going to start with make. And if you see, my mouse has now changed, and any place that anything could be intertwined will now have this little crisscross pattern, if you will, and it's going to show you. So watch what we do. It's so simple. All we're going to do is just click one time, and now it's intertwined. And I'm going to do it again here. I'm going to do it here and there. Now, I didn't look at the reference image of what the actual one looks like, but you're going to want to make yours match mine. Now, we're going to do it again, and this time I'm going to do it for text. I'm going to take my letter S and I'm just going to set it right on top, and I'm going to select both. Now, I'm not going to make these shapes. I'm going to leave them as text boxes, which is a really neat thing, is you don't have to change it. So all I'm going to do is click again on that area that I wish to intertwine it, and there it goes. And now it's created. Now, what makes intertwine work is I'm going to open up my layers panel so that you can see what it does. All it does is it creates it as a group, and it's going to lock it together. And the program basically creates kind of an overpath, if you will. And you can't see it. It doesn't really show it to you in the layers, but it does group things automatically and shows it as intertwined. Okay. Now, let's say I don't care for the way I've done this. I'm going to say object, intertwine, and I can say edit. And now I can just go back to something that's already intertwined and change it. So if I don't like the yellow here, I can just flip that back or flip it forward, which is really nice. Let me get closer so you can see. These are intertwined. I can just make it go backwards or forwards just with a single click, which is quite nice. If I want to not have them intertwined anymore, that's an easy fix too. We're just going to say object, intertwine, and we're going to say release, and everything goes back to the way it was. And instead of having an intertwined group over here in my layers panel, you'll see I just have 5 ellipses. So for the rest of the worksheet, I'd like you to practice this intertwined crazy looking shape. It's a little funky, so you just have to figure out a path that makes sense for you. And then for the last page, you're going to practice doing an intertwined logo. I want you to use the letters of your name. If your name's super long, feel free to abbreviate it. Try to shoot for at least 4 letters. And then you're also going to use at least 1 stroke on a shape. So it could be a circle, it could be a rectangle, something like that. But I definitely want you to practice using some type of simple shape. It can be whatever you want. I'm going to throw a polygon over here, for example, and I'm just going to make sure that there's a stroke on there of whatever colors that you want to have on there to intertwine. So enjoy this activity. Try to be a little creative with your name. This could be even something you could use for other activities or other work that you choose to do as you move forward. That's the intertwine tool. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find some good use for it. Can't wait to see your creations.